how Kendrick destroyed Drake in one night. Let's check it out, B. Let's check it out.
Well guys, it actually happened. Things somehow got worse for that man Drake, as Kendrick continues to dance on his grave with little to no effort. There is no way that Drake anticipated a Grammy sweep for the man himself, Kendrick Lamar, winning 5 total Grammys for the hit record, diss record, Not Like Us. The world laughed on as the crowd shouted in unison,
Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. What's up with it?
Man, to be honest, some of these P. Diddy enthusiasts need to sit down because they are on that very same shit. Somewhere from a dark cave, Drake is tweeting out from a burner account how he's ready to move past the fakeness of award shows.
Guys, the Heart Part 6 should have won all the awards. That Epstein angle was what he expected. He didn't mess with no teenage girl. And he knew if Kendrick opened his mouth, they'd hand him a Grammy.
Really though, Kendrick would go up there and thank God, DJ Mustard, and of course the city of Compton for helping him achieve this.
We're gonna dedicate this one to the city.
In total, Kendrick now has 21 Grammys, and he could have had 2 more had Macklemore not robbed him for Best Rap Song and Best Rap Album back in 2014.
I did not know Kendrick had that many Grammys, bro. My son wildin'.
Grammy goes to Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
I mean, I love thrift shopping and thinking I'm gay in the 3rd grade as much as the next guy, but this was pathetic, and it led to a very embarrassing text message exchange from a man who was in an impossible situation. This is why some people now say that Kendrick gets all the Grammys because they face so much backlash from that situation. Either way, people noticed quite a few things going on in the crowd that night, like Taylor Swift screaming the words to Not Like Us at the top of her lungs, Beyonce looking extra happy the elimination of Drake.
If that was her right there, she was wildin' right now, yo.
Beyonce looking extra happy the elimination of Drake continues, and Dr. Dre and Drake's alleged baby daddy Lucian Grange, aka the head man at UMG, high-fiving after Kendrick was announced the winner, leading to a lot of conspiracy theories, but I just think that California took the W and UMG is very petty. Most people do not take well to mocking their culture or their business, and I don't think that LA liked the Snoop or Tupac AI, much less coming at Kendrick in the first place. So this kind of became like a California versus Drake fight, which was an element that kind of flipped the whole situation on its head. I mean, it's gotten to the point where you have kids at the Grammys going up to Drake's dad, mocking him, singing Not Like Us in his ear. And for those of y'all who were wondering, this is actually the second and only other time that someone has won a Grammy for a diss record, since LL Cool J did it with Mama Said Knock You Out. But that was definitely a lot less scathing than the bloodbath that occurred here, and Kendrick continues to play the head games, wearing what some call a Canadian tuxedo to the event. Jaden Smith on the other hand wore whatever the fuck this was, and we won't even talk about what was going on with Kanye's wife. All I'll say is, man, the torpedo.
I heard she was fucking naked.
Jesus Christ.
If you rap against Kendrick, you will lose.
Oh,
this man does this.
so Kendrick killed Drake. He's dead.
Yeah, for now.
And we gotta be honest, this might be the worst aged lyric of all time. Like, yes, Bozo, he got 5 Grammys on your head top dissing your ass, which is literally 100% of the total Grammys Drake has in his 16-year career. And it was all in the name of him getting packed up.
Get one of these, and I got it, man. It's like, when does it stop? Does it stop? Why is it happening?
And that's not to even consider the Grammys that Kendrick could win with his album GNX next year. And I know that shit is popping off because I have friends who never listen to Kendrick like that telling me they love records like Luther, TV Off, and Squabble Up. The other thing is, this all tells me that this song will indeed be played at the Super Bowl. I noticed the instrumental from Not Like Us playing in promotional material during the...
I'm pretty sure it was. No, it was. It definitely was. And I think more.
AFC and NFC Championship games.
Halftime show. Catch Kendrick Lamar at the top of his game. It's February 9th on Fox.
So I already figured that UMG wasn't scared enough of Drake's lawsuit to not allow it to happen, and in my mind this really solidifies it. I mean, they straight up played the word PDF for everyone to hear. You know, if Drake could take a couple of his missteps back, he would. He truly underestimated this dude who is a sick, sick man. And I promise them playing, "Hey Drake, I heard you like him young," in front of all his peers, and later this week, all of America and the world as they sing along, is not how he thought this thing was going to end. He was begging that man to drop, as was his lapdog.
Fight back, Kendrick! Fight back! What is it gonna take for this nigga to drop? This is Kendrick fans. Well, listen, you gotta realize you gotta give Kendrick time. I thought we were squabbling, man. That boy just in the room, just hitting his head with a number 2 pencil, trying to figure out what to write, nigga. I keep saying he make moments, he don't make great disses. Drake on his head again, and I'm also hearing he might catch a 3rd one before he drop. For real, for real.
Yeah, Obi ho niggas is dick riders. Tell him run.
And now recently, Drake has started his tour in Australia called the Anita Maxwin Tour. And come on guys, what's up with the marketing?
Nigga, act getting cooked right now, man. Shit fucked up, bro. Shit fucked up. You and Drake, bro. That shit fucked up, son. All in like a week span.
It's like this dude is allergic to reading the room. And it's Drake, so the guy is going to still be selling out shows anywhere he goes, especially internationally where they do not get this opportunity often. The crowd looked like a good size. I believe these are 10 to 15,000 seat venues he is set to perform in, and he will still pack them, and his streams will still be astronomical. Now what is sad is the fact that he continues to play the victim after getting his ass whooped, showing up to the first show with bullet holes cut into his black hoodie. God damn, the dude looks angry and sad, like he doesn't even want to be there. The same guy who loved sneak dissing for the last decade is now like a professional victim at this point. He's out there performing, changing lines about LeBron. And overall, the guy is acting so sad, and the bullet holes are just so damn overdramatic. And what's up with this Dr. Seuss ass Instagram caption he posted? Those are some damn middle school bars, my guy.
In case you didn't know what you were coming to tonight, my name is Drake. The year is now 2025, and no matter what, Drizzy Drake is very much alive, and that's all thanks to you.
And it seemed like being famous and well loved among his celebrity peers was one of the most important things to this man, and now that he has this massive stain on his reputation, most people will never perceive him in the same way again. Don't get me wrong, the numbers will always be there, but something has clearly changed, and it's all over his face that he knows it. For Kendrick, he leveraged this whole situation, the slaying of the beast, and I've never really seen anyone have a year quite like his. Maybe 50 Cent back in the day, but that was just a whole different era. You know, I see a lot of Kendrick's old music now being discovered by a ton of people. I just think some people were not really aware of him besides like his smash hits like Alright and Humble, and you get into some of the deeper cuts and you're like, damn, this is where the real fire is. I mean, I've been listening to him since Good Kid, Mad City, so for around 13 years, and he's always been one of my—
Nah, word, niggas been hearing him for my whole life, bro. I've been hearing his shit my whole life. Every time I hopped in the car with my cousin, bro, that's all I heard, to be honest. Throw on the radio, you know, that should be on. Start playing a couple, you know.
favorite rappers, as was Drake for a long time. Just as I got a little bit older, and especially after I left college, I really felt more in tune to the messages that Kendrick was putting out. I even said this 2 years ago when I was having a conversation with Danny Brown.
What was your favorite album this past year that came up?
I like the Kendrick album.
I mean, don't get me wrong, guys, Drake was great, but after a while, a lot of his work just got to be very redundant to me, and I mainly tapped out after Scorpion. And by the way, UMG still finds Drake's lawsuit to be total nonsense. Even 50 Cent, who was in Drake's corner for a long time, who had brought up this list of his enemies,
this is the op page,
had to admit that the lawsuit was dumb and that Drake had benefited from the same luxuries of record promotion in the past.
You cannot work without a plan. It has to come out and be orchestrated properly for you to have the hit. That's why when I say, look, when you talk about Drake suing the Universal, they did everything Drake saying they did. They did it, but they did it for Drake too.
Been doing that.
I would have to think that almost all rappers have to be against him taking this to litigation, because most of them are going to be in favor of being able to say whatever they want on the record without a possible defamation lawsuit being served to them. Because that's the precedent that could be set here, and just because Drake has chosen to sue UMG and not Kendrick directly, doesn't mean that other people who don't necessarily have the resources to try and fight the machine will, and so they will in turn sue his fellow rappers. Now in their response, UMG basically says that Drake is being a sore loser, attempting to violate their right to free speech and free expression, while also trying to limit the distribution of the song Not Like Us. They also claim that Drake didn't even know enough to file this petition in the right court, and they deny all the claims he has made against them, and they also want to turn the situation around and have him pay all their legal fees and costs associated with defending themselves in this situation. So we are still going to have to see what happens with this Texas petition and also this other defamation lawsuit that you still have going on. I just think ultimately this is very similar to a Michael Jordan versus LeBron conversation for this generation of rap. LeBron is Drake. He put up the most numbers, he smashed all the records, and dominated the game. But he did lose a majority of the championships he went to, so that hurts his perception. People don't think he has that killer instinct. Kendrick is more like Michael. Less body of work, but people consider his resume flawless because when it came time to win, he got it done. Both Kendrick and Michael also rely on a mystique to drive their GOAT narrative, while Drake and LeBron are both more in your face with their accomplishments.
I kind of see where he's going with this and shit, you know? I don't really know. I kind of, you know, tight shit.
I guess I'm just saying, no matter who you think is the best, we got to see the two top guys go head to head, and it was fucking incredible. And I really just cannot reiterate it enough that this whole situation likely would have came and gone by now had Drake not continued to act like such a sore loser every step of the way. But we're gonna see what happens. He does have some sort of collab project coming out with Party Next Door on Valentine's Day, so we're gonna see what type of numbers that thing does. I mean, I think it could be pretty big. We will see how much UMG ends up supporting that record. It seems like they kind of have the ball in their court, and they're not very happy. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this down below. At this point, I'm just ready for that Super Bowl performance. Either way, you guys know it's been your boy, the Tan Superman. And some other rap beef news out here needs to be...
Another good video, man. What y'all thought about that, bro? Drake out here being a sole loser, bro. Shit fucked up, bro.